Hey Scorpio, welcome to your mid-July tarot reading. My name is Tessa. This is Tessa's Tarot. I'm doing something very special for mid-July for all the zodiac signs. I'm using a tarot spread that I created myself. It's an 11 card spread. It's called Ascension Tarot. And I did this as a way to begin my personal tarot reading business. Okay, so I don't actually have my website, or I don't actually have the business on the internet at the moment. But I do have my personal readings are available, and you could access it through Instagram. Okay, so I'm going to explain. So basically this video is going to be a special video using this Ascension spread. It's an 11 card spread. It uses all the different astrological planets in our solar system to decode each individual tarot card, the energies that are present, and what is going on with that specific part of your life right now. So every single planet represents a different part of your life right now. It is a general reading, but this is also kind of a way to just kind of promote my personal readings, and you are able to get a personal reading with me if you'd like. The only thing that you have to do is you have to have Instagram. You have to go follow me. I'm posting my Instagram down in the description box below, so follow me and just send me a message. Just say, hey Tessa, what's up? I would love a personal reading, okay? Yes, they are free at the moment, so take advantage of it while it is free. I don't know how long it's going to be that way for, but you do have the option to donate at the end, but it's only going to be through Instagram, okay? So you got to go say hi to me. So this particular reading is going to be using that spread that I created, okay? So to kind of just like break it down to what we're trying to do over here is we're looking, like I said, we're looking at all your different planetary aspects, and the 11th card is your Ascension card. This is your Earth card, okay? So I kind of call it like a wild card because this is the very thing that is going to help you stay balanced with everything else going on, okay? So it's kind of like it's the energy that's within you. It's the energy that is present in your life, or that has the chance to be present in your life, that will really help you balance out all the other things that are going on. And I'll explain it a little bit. I feel like maybe I'm not explaining it as well as I could be. The best way is to just kind of like follow me on the journey as we go around all the different planets. We start with the sun, we end with the earth, okay? And just follow me on the journey so we can see exactly what needs to be done and what is going on and how we can bring it all together. Okay, so let's see, what else can I share with you at this point in time? That's it. So I'm going to shuffle. So I'm going to pull one card at a time so we can focus on each individual planet. We're starting with the sun. The sun is going to represent your soul's spiritual desire. Okay, so the sun is going to represent what your soul yearns for spiritually. You know, what is it trying to kind of attain on that level? Okay, it's a very spiritual kind of card. Okay, Scorpio. So for the sun, we have the Fool. Okay, so do remember, you know, these are general readings, but if you do really enjoy this spread and you do find that you resonate with what's going on here, you know, go ask for a personal reading and we'll take a closer look at what's going on for you personally. So for the sun, you have the Fool card, and this is Major Arcana. This is the very first card on the journey. So this is actually kind of cool that this is the first card that came out, because the Fool, he is ready to start a new journey. It's kind of like blind faith. He wants to be able to, and you know what, something that I've learned about Scorpios doing ever since I started doing these tarot readings, because I do have Scorpio in my chart, but something that I have learned that is very much a part of you is you have this like innocent side of you. You have this deeply because you guys are like recognized to the world as being very mysterious and being very like, I don't know, like dark, like really in touch with your deeper side and like the truth of life. But you actually have this really innocent side to you, especially when it comes to love. especially when it comes to love and romance, relationship, like there's this innocence. There's kind of like this childlike quality to Scorpios, something that I find so fascinating and really cool. So beginning your journey around the solar system with the Sun card, we have the Fool. This is Uranus. This is all about taking that initial step into the world and just exploring and like starting this journey. So I can totally see this as kind of being like this like higher spiritual calling, because I feel like Scorpios, you guys have this ability to already know this like deeper instinctual side of life. It's kind of like you feel this sense of like, you know, this like deeper part of you that just kind of like already seems like it knows the world already. Like it already kind of knows the truth. Okay, it's like you know the truth, but you want to like live in this like bliss. It's like you like your spiritual side of you desires to kind of have this innocence to life again, to where you maybe don't know the truth, to where maybe you can explore life again without, you know, believing and having faith that things are not so dark and dim, and you know that people aren't always gonna disappoint. I don't know. It's kind of like this feeling of like you want to feel like life can refresh itself. I don't know if that makes sense. That's kind of, those are the words that are coming out of my mouth right now. It's kind of, you know, just like wanting to explore, wanting to learn new things you want to be like proven wrong, or you want to be you don't want to feel like you know everything. It's like you want to keep learning new things. You want life to keep surprising you. There you go. You want life to surprise you. That's what I'm getting here. Okay. Moving on to the Moon card. So the Moon card is going to represent your sensitivities, okay? So things that are going on within you that maybe you're not sharing with people, or just things that you're a little bit more sensitive about right now. It could also represent fears, things like that, okay? Okay, so for the Moon card, we have the Three of Swords, okay? Saturn in Libra. Okay, so, yeah, that, you know, the kind of innocent, childlike part of you, I think you're sensitive to that. I think you're very sensitive to that part of you, to the fact that like you could be hurt very easily, you know, the world and the things that go around you. You're very sensitive, and you know, it's almost like people can break your heart very easily. It could be a lover, it could be a friend, it could be a family member. It's just in general, you know, that that innocent side of you can be hurt, can get hurt like easily, almost can get hurt easily. So this is something you're very sensitive about, and it's like you don't want people to know almost that you can be hurt that easily by just some little ignorant comment, or just by some, you know, something that someone might think is funny and you're like, that's not funny, you know, like things like that, you know. So those are kind of like your sensitivities. You know, you're definitely sensitive to the things that people say and the thoughtlessness, you know, you're kind of sensitive to this very like aloof kind of thoughtlessness that occurs in your surroundings. Okay, so this is that's a very tender side of you. It's a very tender side of you. Okay, so let's move on to Mercury. Mercury, planet of communication, messenger. He was the messenger of the gods. Okay, he represents our thought processes, our intellect, information, and then yeah, the way we communicate with the world. So this is going to be kind of like your communication style. All right. Oh my goodness. These cards are like kind of giving me a hard time with you guys a little bit. They want to keep flying out, but I guess I'm keeping them under wraps. All right, so for your Mercury, you have the Knight of Swords, a Gemini energy. Okay, with the Knight, it's going to be underlying energy of fire, so fire and air. Okay. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that with your communication is that you're not afraid to say what you think. Okay, this is intellectual though. This is not emotional energy. This form of communication that you are kind of vibing with right now, it's very just direct. You know, it's like when you do speak, it's very direct and it's thought out. It's thought out. Okay, and it can be hurtful, but this could be you could be communicating this way and almost in a response to your environment because of the environment that you're in, because you are extra sensitive, you know, to people's words and things that they say, and thoughtlessness. It's like when you do say something, you come up real sharp and you come out real just like on point, and you just say the truth, and you're just like, that's just what it is. You just say it how it is. You just say it how it is. That's your communication style. Okay? And it's like you've already felt it. You've already went through the emotional process of the feeling, and you're just saying exactly what you think, and you're kind of standing behind it. You're standing behind it. You're not like backing down. You're not saying like, oh, I was wrong or whatever, or, you know, straight to the point. Okay, so moving on to Venus, the planet of love. So this is going to represent your love language at this point in time. What it is that your deepest heart's desires are kind of like manifesting. Planet of love, beauty, relationships. Let's see what's going on here. And we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so this could be a person, but I don't think so. I feel like your love language right now is like, I want to make money. It's just like, that is your love language. That is your heart's desire. Your heart's desire is like, I want to be stable. I want to be in just like a stable, secure. I need my foundation. I want to make money. I need to get this shit together, get things. Taurus, this is a Taurus card. And Taurus is represented by the planet Venus. So it's kind of like, you know, they do know how to enjoy the beauty of life, the finer things in life, the things that can bring money, you know, the value of possessions and things like that. So your love language is just, yeah, it's money. That's your love language right now. It's money. Okay. Just having it, feeling like, okay, you know, I think it's just gonna like give you a breath of fresh air. It's just like, you know, like I have the money is coming, it's incoming. I'm good. I'm good. Like you just want to be like, I'm good. You don't want to have to think about whether you can provide stability for yourself, you know, or for others. You don't want to have to think about that. Like you just want to feel good, and then you can go, and that's what's going to allow you to you know, kind of have like a renewed sense of like love of life and friendships, and enjoying the beauty of your possessions and things like that. See, these cards are just like, I don't know, I'm not allowing them to just fly out. Not with this reading. I don't know, like sometimes when the cards just start flying out, I'm like, okay, let's take a look at what this is. But I'm not about to have cards just start flying all over the place, especially because I really feel like with you guys, these cards really are just trying to fly all over the place. I don't know what you guys are doing on the other side of that camera. Trying to use your skills of telekinesis, is that what it is? The power of allowing your, or the ability to move objects with your mind. I don't know everything about everything, okay? I forget what some things mean. Okay, so we're moving on to Mars. Mars energy. Mars energy is going to represent your most instinctual drive. Okay, this is the part of you, this is like that passionate part of you. This is like this part of you that you almost can't control. You know, you are so passionate and driven by this particular thing, this energy, that you kind of like can't control it. Mars can be a little bit of a scary energy, but it doesn't have to be if it's nurtured the right way, especially by Venus. But this is definitely that driving power. This is that thing that, you know, if it's triggered the wrong way, you can get really angry or aggressive. But this is definitely a passionate, instinctual kind of drive. So let's see what we got with that. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. I mean, I guess it's not, I guess it kind of makes sense considering that for your Venus card, the King of Pentacles came out, and like Venus and Mars really do need to nurture each other if they're going to reach the next level and nurture each other. So I feel almost like you might be pretty balanced at this point in time. You might be pretty balanced because with the Knight of Pentacles, this is Virgo, and the underlying energies of Knights is fire. Okay, so that like it's you. So yeah, with your heart wanting to reach a King of Pentacles status, your heart wants to be in a position to where it can enjoy the beauty of life and love of life because they are good financially, they're stable. And then with Mars having the Knight of Pentacles, which is also about financial stability, and with this being your instinctual drive, yeah, like your heart space and your deeper instincts, I feel, are kind of like they're together. I feel like they're in sync. I feel like your Venus and your Mars are in sync, which is a good thing. I would say it's a good thing. It's almost like you don't even really need an outside force to keep you balanced. You know, it's kind of like those two energies are working together in order to create a sense of stability in your life, like a financial stability. And a feeling of like groundedness. You know, it's like you're trying to ground your life, so to speak. Trying to ground yourself with those two energies. So that's really good. With a Venus and a Mars working together, I feel like if they're working together with the earth elements, with the pentacle elements, I see that as a really good thing. I see that as a very grounding kind of thing for your soul. So that's good, okay? You're not like flying off the seat of your pants here, you know? But like I said, because it is a Knight card with the Knight of Pentacles, it does have the underlying element of fire. It's a little bit slower, but it still has that fiery drive, like, oh, I gotta do this, you know? So, okay, so moving on to Jupiter. Jupiter is going to represent your beliefs, the bigger picture aspect, how you view the world, your philosophies. It involves education, travel, but it's really just about like this kind of bigger picture mentality. You know, like what's the bigger picture? What do you believe in? How do you view the world? Type of thing. Okay. View your surroundings. The Hermit. Okay. Yeah, I can feel this. I can kind of feel this. So, I think that your worldview and your philosophies and your beliefs, I think you keep them to yourself. I think this is a side of you that you keep private with this Hermit card, and it's a pretty big deal. Like you might take time to educate yourself on different aspects of spirituality or religion or things like that. But for the most part, like when it comes to your philosophies, when it comes to your beliefs, you keep them to yourself, you keep them private. So that's definitely what I see here. That's definitely what I see here. Okay, so let's just move on to Saturn. I felt like that was pretty easy. That was pretty self-explanatory. Moving on to Saturn. Saturn's going to represent work, government, social status, society, our jobs. Let's see what's going on here. The Lovers. Okay. Gemini. This is interesting. And remember, the lovers is not just about an actual lover or a partner. It could be a colleague, a friendship, but it's also about reconciling two sides of yourself. Reconciling two sides of yourself. So with this showing up in the Saturn position, I kind of feel like you have two sides to you when it comes to your work life, when it comes to how you present yourself in society, and your inner life. And like you separate from society. In all honesty, that is what I'm picking up. Because I can kind of like relate to that in all honesty. I have my Moon in Scorpio, Pluto in Scorpio, and I have my Saturn in Scorpio. This is a Saturn card. So I kind of sense that there is this very separate part of you that you keep very private. And then the part of you that goes out into the world and tries to like is part of society and works. It's like you do try to forge these more soul to soul, kindred kind of relationships. You like to feel deeper connections with people, but I see this also as kind of saying that because you like those deeper, special, meaningful relationships with people, you will tend, when you go out and look for a job, when you go out into the world, into society, into social environments, you tend to gravitate to the people that you feel close to, that you have a kindred soul spiritual kind of relationship with. You want to keep them close to you. So that's what I see going on there. Okay, moving on to Uranus. Big changes, big changes. Uranus is the planet represented by Aquarius. Aquarius is the zodiac sign that is the most future thinking. Uranus is all about progress, change, reform, breaking down old governments, old systems so something new can be born, social reform, change on a massive scale, big changes. Okay, so let's see what these big changes are for you, Uranus. Where you're at with that. We have the 10 of Wands. Saturn in Sagittarius. All right. Okay, so oof. Sorry for the long pause. I'm just like, okay, so there is a big change happening here. There's a big change happening here. I'm really interested to see what the next cards are going to come out. So this big change is going to be about being able to, okay, how do I explain this? Because this is very particular. This is very particular. This could even be geared towards a very specific group of Scorpios or people. I feel like you're about to reach the end of the line with okay, so all right, guys, here's what I'm getting. I think you have some blockages. I think you have some spiritual and inspirational blockages that you have to get through. I think you have some walls that is preventing you from really coming into your spiritual power. inspirational power, because the wands is all about inspiration and creativity, okay? You could have, okay, and this, I feel like this is for some very particular Scorpios who are very creative and who are trying to do something very creative with their life. They want to do something creative with their life, but I think that there's something going on where you don't feel like you are in your fullest creative element, like in your fullest spiritual capacity. It's like you're going through these breakthroughs. I think you are on the path to change, but it's like this creative change. It's like this it's like a process of spiritual transformation and creative transformation, inspirational transformation. And it's this process that's continuing on. It's going, and it's still going, and it's still going. And I feel like it's like you just want to go, like, when is it going to reach that final breakthrough? Because you guys have the Death card as your major arcana, which is about transformation, reaching the end, seeing the light, you know, these like and with the Pluto planet as your planet, it's about transformation and stepping into your power. But it's almost like you feel like you're just about to get there, and you're just about to get there, and you're just about to make these big changes, but then there's like another hurdle. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting with that. It's like you're trying to push through. You're really trying to push through some of these blockages so you can make big changes in your life. Okay, let's see what Neptune has. Neptune is going to be about dreams, illusions, the mystical world, you know, other realms, you know, the power of our dreams, the dream realm. And illusions, yeah, so it can still talk about illusions, like maybe things that you believe that aren't like necessarily true or something. Okay, so for the Neptune card, you have the Strength card. This is Leo. This is interesting. Do you dream about strength? Maybe you have this illusion that you are able to keep things under control within yourself, but I don't know if that's a good idea. You have this like idea that you can tame yourself and keep things in control, but or maybe you dream of kind of being this. Maybe you kind of like dream of being able to tame your inner self. This is really interesting. All right, let's move on to Pluto. I'm gonna come back to that. Okay. You know, Scorpios, you guys are like a paradox. I swear, you guys are a paradox. You're like a labyrinth. Your mind is just like a labyrinth. Sometimes I feel like as I do my tarot readings, it's like you're switching things up because you don't want anybody to find out about the real you or something like that. It's like as you watch, you kind of like it's like you do these like mind tricks, you know, that kind of, it's like you're trying to dodge the bullets, like, oh, I don't want her to know everything about me. Scorpio, your energies, my gosh. I'm about to hit my 30-minute mark, and I told myself that I will not go past 30 minutes for these readings because I'm doing them on my phone, and it literally takes forever to upload onto the internet. For Pluto, this is your planet. It's about transformation. It's about the power struggle that you have within you, the Hangman. That's kind of sort of what I was talking about. And this is representative of Neptune. So, yeah, your biggest power struggle is yourself. It's like knowing where to focus your mind. I think you feel stuck a lot mentally. Like spiritually, you're in this, there's something going on with these Ten of Wands. I'm not gonna, okay, this is just what I'm picking up, guys. I think that you're in a really important process. You're in a really important, like, evolutionary process right now. So these Ten of Wands, this Strength card and this Hangman are all related. They're all related. You're trying to stay, it's like you're trying to break through these so you can reach your creative potential. You're trying to stay strong so you can manifest your dreams. But you're like looking all over the place. You're looking here, you're looking there. You're looking everywhere. You're looking at everything. You're noticing everything. You guys are probably really sensitive to the energies of the world. Because there's a struggle going on here. With this big change happening in Uranus, whatever. I feel like you guys are going through something, and this might not be for all Scorpios. I feel like this is for some Scorpios. So we're going to take a look at your Earth card, your Ascension card, and it still looks like you come out doing good. Okay. Empress. This is going to be your Ascension card. Okay. So yeah, this is, I feel like this is the biggest, kind of like the biggest lesson. It's kind of, in order to balance out all these other things that you're going through, in order to balance out these changes that are going on within you right now, you kind of like figuring out how to manage and maintain your strength as you go through these internal changes and things that are going on. It's kind of like saying, like, don't forget about your beauty. Like, don't forget about the beauty in life and the don't forget to, like, go outside and soak in the sun and put your feet in the water and just, like, enjoy nature, enjoy animals, plants, love, affection. That's your Ascension. So that's going to help you with everything else. That's going to help you with everything else. Okay, things got a little intense there towards the end. It was like I got this, it was like somebody kind of entered the reading in a way. Very interesting. Okay. I don't know if you guys want to comment down below if this is you or you're like, what the heck is she talking about? Either way, whatever you want to say, let me know. Hopefully this helped somebody because it got a little crazy there towards the end. So hopefully this helped, and I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully I'll see some of you on my Instagram. Bye.